Welcome to the SuperUMAn learning session, and it's great to be back on the UMA server. We do these learning sessions every week. Sometimes it's a technical talk, for example, how the optimistic oracle works, and sometimes it's non-technical. For example, we've had some learning sessions on positive communications and cross-cultural training and leadership in a DAO and how to contribute to a DAO. And you can find all this on the SuperUMAn YouTube channel. Maybe someone quick-fingered can put it down on the text hub, or you can just go to YouTube and just search for SuperUMAn DAO. Today I thought it'd be quite good to talk about how to not be scammed in crypto. I'm sure a lot of people here have had some kind of experiences with scammers. I'm going to start off with a conclusion first. There are two key takeaways that I want you to go away with. The first one is we are all susceptible to one form of scam or another. And in crypto, even if we are fairly experienced, been here for 1 or 2 years, complacency sometimes sets in, or we're very busy and lots of messages, doing lots of different things, and we may click on something that we should not have. So we should always be cautious. And the second part is, and this is just a general principle of life, I guess, if something looks too good to be true, it normally is. Now, in crypto, sometimes there are some good things. A lot of us are here because UMA, Risk Labs gave out a lot of KPI options, airdropped it to lots of people, and you did get something. But generally, the rule is if something looks too good to be true, it normally is. By the way, if you have any questions or you want to share your experience while we're going, please interrupt me. I'd love to hear some experiences of other people. We will have time later to do some questions and answers, and hopefully we'll get some general advice from people. Actually, a question to you. What are the scammers' motivation? What is the main motivation for these scammers? Anybody want to hazard? It's not a trick question, by the way.
Probably money.
Yeah. So scammers, from the human history, I guess, there's always been people trying to gain money using criminal activity. I put cyber in brackets there because we talk about cyber criminals when we talk about online crime, but essentially they're just criminals, and 90% plus of all cyber criminal activity is for profit, is to make money. There are other situations where it's for political factors. Maybe you may have heard of it, the group Anonymous, and they do things for political ends. And there's another term, people doing it just for the lols, just for the fun of it. That does happen in crypto as well, but generally scammers are criminals and they want to make money. And this might be fairly obvious, but they follow the money. So a pickpocket will not work in isolation. They will be much more successful in a crowd. And as more and more people pour into crypto, the more we will find scammers following them into the same space. And especially at the beginning, when we're just learning how to use Discord or how to use Telegram, how to use Twitter, we're more susceptible, I think, because of the new technology, for us to get scammed. Okay, what they prey on. So how are we motivated to be scammed by the scammers? And I put it down to there's three main factors. The first one is curiosity. We are naturally curious. And this, most of the time, is a good thing because we want to learn more and know more. But sometimes it works against us. For example, if, say, in a little while sends you a direct message and it says, hey, look at the insane amount Clayton is getting from Risk Labs, and it's got a link to a Google spreadsheet. How many people here would click on the link? I think I certainly would, or want to click on the link. So that kind of curiosity can work against us sometimes. The next factor, of course, is greed. So a lot of the scams will involve emails or a tweet or something in Discord, a direct message in Discord, and it will say, hey, there's this new pump group, come and join us, and anybody who comes in early will get airdrop of such and such, or will, if they get in early, they will be able to get much more profit than others that come later on. So it's going for our greed, our want to get insane gains, as it were. And the third one is fear. There's two kinds of fear here. For example, FOMO, fear of missing out. So again, a lot of the messages will be, hey, you better get on this right now, otherwise you're going to miss out. The other kind of fear, though, is a little bit more subtle, I guess. You'll get a message from one of your friends, or you think it's one of your friends, that says, hey, I'm stuck in a bind. I need such and such funds for this particular thing, otherwise I'm in trouble. And I've seen this on Facebook, I've seen this on Twitter, especially when people's accounts get hacked. This kind of thing happens, and you send the funds thinking that you're going to help your friend. The fear is on behalf of your friend in trouble. And what you have to do is just try to think twice. And in all these situations, if you do get something from someone you do know, then you should really just try and contact them by some other means, maybe in the Discord channel or Telegram channel in the main area. And I've done this before when someone's DM'd me. Usually you will not get the project or someone representing the project to direct message you first. So that should be one of the warning signals there. But I have had actual administrators DM me first before, though. But I've gone back in the main thing and just checked out if they were legit or not. And these are some examples here. So join server to get hot tips. So this one came to me, I just think. So the way to look at is 200 to 600%. Our pump's always free. Of course, they want to advertise it to you that, hey, this, you don't need to put anything here. You just need to come in. And then they've got a link. Now, there's two things that can happen when you click on the link. Firstly, when you click on the link, it might ask for some extra information, which they will then collect and use it later on. The second thing, a lot of these links, even if they're broken and doesn't seem to work, they will download in the background without you noticing it, download some malware, some viruses, Trojans, or onto your device. And that in itself will cause problems later on. So quite a few of us, I think, receive this in a cross one for a token. And it's saying here, first come, first serve. Come and join us. And if you don't do this quickly, you will miss out. So there's that fear of missing out part of it. And also it's the greed aspect as well, because we want to be in there and get it at a really good price. A third example, and this happened to me, I can't remember which Discord I was on. I had an issue. I sent a message in support, and moments afterwards, I had a message in my DM from supposedly a support person. And initially they were very helpful and gave me actually good advice. So in that way, they're trying to gain your trust. And then they gave me a link to go and press. Of course, you should never click on links because that will maybe go to where site which has malware, and or it's a site where they're going to collect information. And on this particular one, it says you need to re-authenticate your wallet. So here they're trying to get your seed phrase or some other way to actually get into your wallet. So be very wary of this. And this last one, congratulations, you're a winner. You probably didn't even know that you entered a competition or anything. Here it's actually saying it's a random winner going to give away. This happens in Discord, it happens on Facebook, on Twitter, and it's not just crypto, it's anything. They're just trying the same tactics, but in a new form here in crypto. So, of course, you haven't won, unfortunately. Right, before we open it up and we kind of can share our experiences, I just wanted to give you some advice. It's just some general advice, and I'm hoping there are going to be some people on the call here who have more experience than the rest of us and can give us some extra advice. But here are some of the advice I would give. Always be very cautious. Do your own research. Even if it's from someone that you know and you trust, you should always do your own research. It's your personal responsibility. You should not invest in something or put money into something that you've not had any, you don't know anything about. So you should always do your own research. And that may be to look at a YouTube channel, but also find out who are the people backing up this project? Where's the money coming from? And have a good track record? Do your due diligence, and verify unexpected direct message senders. Even if you know them, maybe it looks like it's coming from, say, for example, in a little while, but the I might be a 1, not an I. So it could look the same, like it's coming from them, but it's so you need to go and find another way to contact that person that's DM'd you, either in the Discord server or some other means, just to verify that they have sent you. And especially if there's a link in there, you should never actually click on the link. You should limit the number of apps and software on all your devices. And this includes web extensions in your browsers, because the more apps you have, the more software that you have, the more likely that you will get something malicious. And this goes with Discord as well. Sometimes I see there's lots and lots of different bots, and I'm thinking, do we need this many bots? Because if any one of them gets hacked, then it makes it more dangerous for everybody else. And there's also been fake messages saying about such and such has been hacked when they haven't been. So again, that causes issues. So the less apps you have on your devices, the better it is usually. And it goes without saying, you should never share your private keys or seed phrases. That's just for you. You may have heard recently, MetaMask was saying about people who are doing iCloud backup, that if the seed phrase is being backed up as well, if their iCloud gets hacked, then it exposes their seed phrases and it could be exposed. So you need to be really careful with your private keys and seed phrases. And enable multi-factor authentication. Usually it's two-factor, so 2FA. And you can either go to an email address, SMS to your phone, or using an authenticator app. And this is, you don't have to do it for every account, but anything that's tied to something monetary, like your banking, definitely, or an exchange like Coinbase or Binance, you should have two-factor authentication set up. It's not a silver bullet, because there's still issues with that, but it's better than having just a password. I put shady there, but it could be like a new exchange that's just come online, and it's offering really good incentives to get on there. And I'm saying don't use shady exchanges, but be very wary. And any money you put in there, or there could be an issue. It could be a rug pull. So the people that have set up the exchange, they're doing it to get as many funds as possible, and then just take all the money out. Again, this is where you have to be cautious, do your own research, because it's your personal responsibility. And there's lots of cases, especially on Android. If you use Android phones, there's been lots of malicious wallets, fake wallets. So just be very careful what you do install, and make sure it's from verified sources. And lastly, use anti-malware software. And this will stop you getting malware that installs software on your machine, and there could be like mining software, so your machine might be mining it for the bad guys. That's just one example. Right, with that, I kind of want to open it up to everyone here, and it'd be interesting to hear people's experiences about possible scams. Anyone want to kick off? Or have any questions about my presentation first, if you like? If not, I will start picking on people. Has anyone had any experience with scammers? I'm sure there must be.
Yeah, I can go here.
Hey, thanks,
You know,
Webster.
yeah. So I've actually had quite a few people, kind of scammers, reach out to me. I mean, I guess it happens daily, but there was actually one that I almost they almost got me. There's been a couple times they almost got me, but uh, there was one not too long ago going around where somebody had hacked one of my. That's another thing you need to be careful about is, it may not always be you getting hacked. I had a friend that got hacked, and then what happened was they hacked her Discord account and started sending messages out to all of the people on her friends list. And it was really poor attempt, but they were acting like they were giving away Discord Nitro, Discord
Right.
Night, yeah. And it said something like that. They sent a link and said, "Hurry up and click on this. There's only a few left." And seeing that, I immediately thought, well, she wouldn't send something like this. That's one I thought was really strange. So anyway, and then when I went and looked at the link, it said something like, discord.z. It was if you looked at the link, you could. So anyway, but that's another thing to be cautious of is, they can use, they can hack, people who they can hack their account and then use that to kind of do more damage. So, and then,
Yeah.
like you said, with Discord, if they have Discord Nitro, they can impersonate any account, I believe. I've had a couple of them, try to impersonate some of the people from protocols I'm involved with and reach out asking for money. It's always, the minute that somebody asks for money, I'm always very, very, very suspicious. So I usually don't have people
Absolutely.
asking me. Right. Anytime that somebody asks for money, that's always going to be a red flag, regardless. So,
If that ever
yeah,
happens, you need to contact them via a different method.
that's a great point. And another another reason that I knew, once again, I had a guy who had faked somebody else's account. One of the developers for Harvest Finance, they had faked that account with a Nitro account and sent me a message and asking. They established kind of the relationship first, asking kind of some basic, asking me to do like some basic things for the protocol and things like that to kind of establish. And then once I thought about it, I thought, man, I've messaged this developer before. How come my messages aren't showing up? Why is this only the first message we've ever sent?
Right.
Yeah. So that's another thing you can do is another way to do it go into your Discord and find their name and click on it and send message, right? And then you know that if you've had a history of messaging that person before, anyway, that's another kind of thing to be on Telegram. It's becoming a daily thing now. I'm having they're still trying that scam where they reach out and say, hey, this is if you're a moderator somewhere, oftentimes what they'll do is reach out and ask pretending to be one of the developers, and ask the moderator, hey, are you awake right now? I just need, 2 ETH to finish doing this and something. So it happens on Telegram a lot as well. So
yeah, indeed. So on Twitter as well, as basically any social media that we use, they will try. One of the things I want to say as well, it's kind of, you will get lone actors doing this, but a lot of it is organized. Not organized in a sense of mafia, though there might be an element of it. It's organized as a business, so you will have a HR department for these. You'll have the coders. You'll have different departments. They act like a business because they are in it for the money, and all these strategies and things. It is a lot of time quite organized, trying to extract money from us. So yeah, need to be cautious always. And that's a great advice, Poopster, where if it's anything to do with money, immediately get suspicious. Anyone else got experiences? Unless something happened, Deadcoin.
Yeah, I always get ripped off. Which one do you want me to tell you about?
Oh my god!
Always, it's terrible.
Oh wow, just an interesting one.
Yeah, here's my crypto one. When I started here, I really didn't know much, and like I went to what was it? Etherscan, right? And there's an ad on there, and I thought Etherscan was this legit, like I don't know, like thought they like ran. I didn't know anything. I thought they like ran the whole crypto world or something. They were like the accountant. So anyway, I thought it was legit, and it was I almost just ruined the video. Almost went on my screen. I forgot the name of it. It's like DeFi. It's DFY was the token, and they said that they were, they were having a token sale, and it was like $30 or something for something. I spent way more than that, but I bought a bunch of them. I think I bought 30,000 of these tokens, and they said that they were with Polkadot, and they were gonna build, all this stuff. It sounded like there's a huge ecosystem, and there's a bunch of people talking about it. So then I went in there and put a bunch of my money into there because I invested a little bit in Polkadot, so, and it used to be doing good when we first started. And like a week later, the website was gone. Well, it said we were going to get these airdrops too, like every quarter. And then all of a sudden, like a week later, I went and the website was gone. I'm like, what? Then I tried to do a Whois search on the website. It was gone. So I started chasing the money, and all the money went to Tornado. And then if you even go on the, I think it's DFY, if you go on the coin address, it says, there's all kinds of people complaining where you can leave the comments and stuff. People are like, I got ripped off. I'm like, yeah, I got ripped off too, buddy. Everybody kind of just congregated there and talked about their losses. But it seemed legit and it was just gone that quick. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember every aspect of it, but I know I probably should have seen it come in. I should have went. I didn't really know much about, that's what they can get you to because your ignorance. I would have went to the Discord and looked for their Discord. Now I'm not that, not that. I'm not going to say dumb because it really wasn't dumb because you had no idea. It was just coming into a new world. It's just, you're uneducated, your ignorance. And I didn't know, so I didn't go to Discord, which I could have did and just put it into it right there. But it sucked. It was like, no way. And then I kept thinking, I'm not even kidding. Like I still had hopes like a couple months ago. I'm like, man, I wonder if I ever got the airdrop. and then I don't think this is happening. But it was pretty sad. It was my first experience. I mean, I was like, no way, because I didn't have very much money in here, and I wasn't like making any money, and it was pretty bad. I was pretty upset.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like it's a rite of passage. It shouldn't be, but it seems like a lot of people, when they first come, like you say, everything is new. Is new technology, new ways of working, new ways of communicating with other people, and this is what they prey on.
They make it
And
exciting, like a carnival. Hey, we're gonna have this and that, and everybody's a big, huge party, and you're pulling out your wallet, and then then they're gone. Next, within a week, it was, it happens fast, and it's kind of sad because that's everything that we put into all this. All of our wasted time, a lot of our wasted time, is protecting ourselves from people that do this, that want to get something without doing anything hardly. As somebody that wants to just take advantage of you, and it's sad the way that's the way people are. It is really sad.
Yeah.
Sorry for your loss, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I deserve it.
No, you don't deserve it.
No, but like you said, it is kind of like, as sad as it is kind of like a rite of passage, and it's not
expensive lesson. Yeah,
it is. That's what it is, though. It's a lesson, and like Neon said, I think that's the way you should approach it. As, okay, I paid X amount of dollars for this lesson in order to learn this, and what's done is done, and I'll take what I got from this and move on and apply it to the next situation that I'm in.
That's what I do.
If I'm ever.
Yeah, I try to let people know and try to help other people so nobody else goes through the same thing. Like if somebody's like, "Oh, this coin," I'll be like, "No, dude, wait, hang on a second. Let's look at this."
Good man.
Yeah, try to pass it on a little bit. Try to and put an end to it, which I know it's not going to, but at least it'll help out a few more people. My expense, I don't care. I feel like it's paid off by then. Because I helped other people. So that's kind of the way I look at it.
Yeah, but like you said earlier, this isn't something that you can just receive a normal education on. A lot of people have to find this out through experience, and I think that what you're saying is a really great point. In that, if we can use our experience to save someone else from having to go through what we went through, then I feel like that's a win right there. You know what I mean? And if you can get the message to enough people, it almost makes it worth, of course it'll never be worth the value you paid for it. But like I said, that's kind of the way I look at it. Is this is a lesson that I paid for, and I learned something from it, which is great. And hopefully I can help others to understand what I learned from it.
Yeah. You hit it nail on the head. I agree with you. Absolutely.
Excellent. Anybody else want to share experience or some advice? Anything that we haven't covered as well?
I just think that nobody should even, I don't even pay attention to them anymore. I'll just start deleting things because I don't know how they get like this. I got crypto pumped, This thing comes in my inbox. I get like 5 of them a day, and I keep on I have that report button. I keep on smashing that thing, and it just keeps coming and coming. So I mean, you don't even believe the stuff that comes into your DMs, and you have to tell people that, because I had a few friends that I tried to get into the SuperUMAns, and they're like, "Dude, I think I won some ETH." I'm like, or some Ethereum. I'm like, dude, don't even check those things. Don't even look at them. So make sure you tell your friends and family or whoever when they get on Discord or something, don't even, pay attention to your DMs, because if you won something, you probably didn't. You know what I mean? And then people fall for that so fast. I mean, it was really amazing that people actually or click the link, because you never know what that link will do to you. I mean, it could be like some kind of virus even or something in your PC, or they get your screen grab of you typing in your, I forgot what that's called, but they can get your keystrokes or whatever and see you type in your code for your things too. So that's another one to watch out for.
This is my research background. So it's keyloggers. So what they will do is install this keylogger on your computer, and they will know when you are putting in your password. They'll just take a picture every time you press your key. They take a picture, or they will record it into like a notepad, and they will every so often they will send it to their server, and then they will just trawl through all the ones that they've captured and then use it. Or sometimes, like I said, it's a business. They won't use it themselves personally. They will sell it on to other criminal gangs and get them to use it, and then they it's like an affiliate kind of
A ring.
setup.
Yeah, like a ring.
Yeah.
They'll do it all at once, like my credit or my bank card. I woke up one morning and it was like $8,000. Not my bank card, but my business one. I don't have like any cards. But the business was missing $8,000. I'm like, what the hell just happened? I'm like, no way. And so I called the bank and they're like, well, are you sure you didn't use it? I'm like, listen, I know I didn't use it. And there was a hotel taken out in Indiana. There was another hotel taken out in Michigan. This is all within an hour. There was cigarettes bought. There was gas bought, and all in like 3 or 4 different states. That all this money was spent like at gas stations and hotels and stuff. And yeah, it was like $8,000. So luckily, the bank, obviously canceled the card, and I had to wait like 3 weeks to get it back and get the money back in the account. I think it took even longer. But they took that hit, and I didn't have to suffer that. But yeah, I mean, you got to watch out really what you do, because even out here, just giving credit cards. There's a lady up at the Applebee's up here that was taking your credit card and going back and taking a picture of it, and then giving it back to you, and then using your number online and buying stuff. So I mean, it's amazing that these things that people will do to get at your wallet.
Yeah, years and years ago, I think it's like over 20 years ago, I was in the US, and at that time they would take your card away, and yeah, I had money stolen that way. So yeah, one of the things is that all these tactics that they're using now, they use it elsewhere. You have the con men and women coming up to your door pretending to be such and such, or they will phoning from your dentist or your doctors, and they need your personal information. And I had this a few years ago when my bank phoned me, and then they said, but to be able to talk to me about my account, they have to take some security questions. And I'm thinking, hey, if you are calling me, I should put you through security, not the other way around. So you should never really divulge any information like that, whether it's on Discord or on Twitter, on Facebook, on Telegram. Anything like that is a definite no-no in my book. And even if it means that you're going to miss out on something, I think I always err on the cautious side.
If you ever put in your seed word too, I found out nice way to do it is to copy and paste, because they can't really, I don't think they can see if you copy and paste into your like MetaMask if you do it. That's what I think MetaMask said that, or somebody said that too when I first signed up. I remember seeing that, and I was like, oh, that's good, because I had a girlfriend too that put keylogger on my computer. And
say that again. What you said?
Copy and paste. You copy
and
paste your code when you put in your seed phrase, because they can't get the
why
keys.
wouldn't you do that? Because who's going to write all that? That's a lot of fucking work to write some of that stuff out.
Yeah, I mean, I was typing it in at first, and I came across something that said to do that, to copy and paste it in there, because they can't get your keys. Because I know, like I was saying, man, I had a girlfriend who wants to put that keylogger on my Windows and empty my account too. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's more difficult, but it's not impossible. That coin, yeah. So anyway, the golden rule is just to be very cautious. Hey, GM Steel, I remember you said you had I don't know if you're able to talk, or maybe not. Anybody else would like to say anything? Maybe an experience that we've not actually talked about as well, because I'm sure there must be other types. Thought I saw someone unmute. All right, we've got some people. I've just looked in the text hub. Henry's trying to get them to talk.
Hey, Neon, it's GM Steel.
Jim Steele, hello.
So I don't. You probably already talked about mine. I got hit by that across one.
Okay.
Came up, yeah. And the bad part about it wasn't only that I got hit with it or whatever, but I also text my brother about it, and he got hit by it. So I was more sad that my brother got it than I got it, right?
Right. Yeah.
And it wasn't a lot, but
when you click on the link, what happened?
So when you clicked on the link, it took you to what looked like an exchange, I guess. Yeah, and it was just like it appeared to be an exchange where you were supposed to exchange ETH for the across token or whatever. And luckily, it wasn't a lot, but I kind of felt the same way. It was like the first time that happened to me, and I kind of felt like that was my lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was bad. But they were slick, and someone might have already said it, man. But they made it look real official. It was kind of crazy, and I was busy and all that kind of stuff. They were tricky because what they did was they put in there like it was only for like 777 people, and then they had this counter in the top corner, and it looked like it was on like 767. So you're like,
Yeah.
wow, I
You
better
need
get
to
in there
act
right
fast,
away.
right? Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. You need to act fast. This is where they get you. And one of the key things you said there as well, when we're busy doing other things and something like this comes up, says, oh, let's just do it, kind of thing. I had that with Zappa. I just remembered very early on when I started using Zappa, I got a message and it said Zappa. I thought it was actually inside the Zappa discourse, but it wasn't. It was a DM. I didn't really know the difference then. And it says you need to download, not need to, but you download the desktop version of Zappa. So I clicked on the link, and as a security guy, I should never do that. But I clicked on the link, and nothing happened. And that got me thinking, because sometimes when you click on a link and nothing happens, actually in the background something is downloading which is malicious. So I got really worried, and I went to my antivirus, and actually my antivirus had stopped it from downloading, so I was saved. But this is why I highly recommend on your desktops, and also if you're using Android phone, to put antivirus on there, because it will stop these kind of things, or help to protect those kind of things. So Amadex, what do you have to, you're saying in the text hub, what do you have to say about hype coins? Again, personally, I'm not probably the most experienced person here in terms of this, but it's just to be cautious and DYOR, do your own research. Never try to get into something too quickly. Or if you do it from another wallet, which doesn't have much funds in, and try it out, knowing that it could all blow up. One of the golden rules I use is only put money into crypto that I'm prepared to lose. And like GM still says, you don't like it. It's horrible. And Deadcoin was saying it is horrible feeling you get, but you should never really put any money in crypto that you are not prepared to lose.
Hey, Neon, I got a question, if that's all right.
Sure.
And so this is kind of like a newbie question that I just haven't really researched. But is there any danger in giving out your wallet address? Like if the only thing that you give is your wallet address, is there any way that people can get access to that wallet with just the address, or do they have to have more information than that?
They need more information than that. So
Okay.
the wallet address, if it's linked to you, they will then know who that wallet belongs to. So they can then try to do like a targeted attack on you, especially because they can check that wallet and see if you're high net worth. So I'm guessing someone like Mr. Poopster here, he's a high net worth kind of guy, and they're not going to go for the likes of me personally, I don't think. But
That's one of my best security techniques is just keep losing money in crypto so there's nothing in my wallet and no one wants any of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, the best
Yeah.
thing about my account is anybody can go look at it and sure make your own judgment there what kind of money I have. So yeah, like I don't I don't that's another good point you make though. Don't display anything that you're not willing to let other people know about, right? So
Yeah.
you may or may not need to be careful about who you give your wallet address to. Maybe
Yeah.
there's some things that you don't want people to know. So
Yeah.
I always advocate for keeping more than one wallet. I'm never gonna put my entire position out there into public, but
Indeed. I have
yeah.
multiple wallets. Like for example, on Twitter, whenever they say share your wallet. I was doing this early on. I don't do this anymore, but I created another wallet. I didn't want to use my main wallet on Twitter for just in case. So you can have multiple wallets. And the one thing we haven't spoken about, because I actually personally don't use it, but I should, I guess, is using a hardware wallet. And that will protect you as well, because without the hardware side of it, they can't get your funds because it's on the hardware wallet.
Yeah, I've had one of those for a long time, and I don't even know how to like use it. I thought it would cost more in gas to use. I wasn't sure how it worked. So it's just been, the ledger's just been sitting underneath my desk. I was afraid to put things in there because what if, I'm always scared too, what if it breaks? It doesn't work, the battery dies or something, you know? Are you,
No, but you can always recover your account with your seed phrase, though, Deadcoin. So, that's not something you ever have to worry about. It's very, very simple to use these. If you have a ledger, which I thought you heard.
yeah.
I thought you said, yeah. It's like I have several as well. I don't use them as much as probably I should, but it's I would I would look into, if you have like a lot of money laying around, I would look into getting used to using that dead coin and maybe trying it out. It's really not.
So you can get it if it is broken or something like that. You can still get your funds from somewhere else.
Oh yeah, dude. You can,
dude.
if you have your 12 words, you can just go on to MetaMask and put those in and open a new account, and all your funds will be right there.
Oh, okay. I thought they were like locked in for some. I don't
No.
know.
No, all it is, just think of it as like an actual lock that locks the door to your account. That's the way I would think of it. So that as long as if they don't have your device, they can't get into your account, right? So as long as you're the only one with that device, or unless they figure out your seed phrase, they're not going to get into it. So it's just an extra layer of protection.
Okay.
So like, yeah. Think of it as like the key to your house, right?
Well, good. That's an extra $60 I feel like I have now. Yeah, I'm going to definitely have to look back into that then. Yeah, I thought if you lost it.
Dude, if you need any help, you can DM me, dude. Like I said, I've got several of these, and I'm more than happy to help you out if you need any advice or getting started or whatever. But generally, it's very simple. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's something that I've been considering to do as well. So I would recommend it for everybody else.
Message me too.
Awesome. Maybe we should have an internal learning session or a short one for everybody and how it all works.
Yeah, it just shows you that people that do kind of know what they're doing or been here for a while still don't know everything, you know?
Yeah, we can do one of those. Like, I think that
always learning.
Always learning.
Always learning. Always building, always learning, I think. That's two things. Right, we're almost at the top of hour here. Did anyone want to chime in, especially anyone who's not spoken already? I think we've got some good information here and some good experiences from everyone so far. But if there's anybody else wanted to share anything, that would be great. So just like a little recap. Oh, I didn't quite finish my thing. Be positive and be super. Just a kind of recap. So the way they try to get you is via our curiosity, our greed, and our fear. Those are the three ways. And this is in real life as well as in the crypto world, right? So you should be cautious in real life and do your own research in real life as well. And hopefully for those that are fairly new in the crypto world, by learning from our experiences, you don't have to fall for the same thing. Always be suspicious, especially like Poops to say, if someone's asking for money or you need to part with money, then be very highly suspicious, I think. Anybody has any last comments they want to say? Okay, hopefully this has been really useful, and I really appreciate you guys, especially Poopster, Deadcoin, GM Steel, Amadex, for sharing your experiences, and hopefully it's useful for everybody else here too. So,
I feel like if the only thing that comes out of it is Deadcoin learns how to use a hardware wallet, then I feel like this was useful.
Yeah, all right.
Or anybody else. Yeah. Like once again, like if y'all have questions about security, using a hardware wallet, finding the right hardware wallet, any questions about any of that, I'm always free to chat. Anybody can DM me. So yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but I think the real problem is that after this session, nobody's using DMs anymore. So I'll
So if everybody could just send me your 12-word seed phrase, I'll make sure I keep it safe for everyone.
Absolutely. Right, so the last thing to say is please stay super and see you around. I hope you learned some things.
Stay safe, everybody.
Until next time.
Yeah, thank you for leading this. Really appreciate it, Neon. And thanks to everybody else who joined us. Stay super.
Stay super.
Thanks, guys.